the road to understanding, we ask the question, did President Obama wage a war on coal, as President Trump claimed last week? Electric utilities, including some right here in our own region, are abandoning coal as their dominant fuel, and that could have significant impacts on many lives.
President Trump has vowed to turn that around, but can he? Science and nature specialist John Hollenhorst takes an in-depth look.
The Intermountain Power Project is huge, and it has a huge appetite for coal. It's burned to generate electricity, 5 million tons a year, 100 rail cars a day. But IPP's owners have already decided to build a new plant fueled by natural gas. They may just demolish the coal plant.
The coal units will run at least through 2025. Folks will look for a way to keep them there if they can, but if the market doesn't support it, then they may go away after that.
Near Price, Rocky Mountain Power already demolished the coal plant at Castle Gate. And here, near Lake Powell, it's all over for coal. A few weeks ago, the owners of the Navajo Generating Station voted to shut it down in 2019.
I think there has been a war on coal.
The coal industry is clearly worried.
But I believe moving away from coal is actually short-sighted and potentially dangerous for our economy.
The issue helped Donald Trump win the election, blaming Obama environmental policies, promising to bring the coal jobs back. But can Trump deliver? The picture is clearly more complicated than one president's policies. Coal jobs in Utah started dropping dramatically decades ago. As in many industries, high-efficiency machines replaced workers.
They were still putting out the same amount of coal or even more with maybe a quarter of the workforce. So there was the sharp employment drop.
And now coal is up against severe market pressures. At Lake Powell, plant owners say it's not environmentalists putting the coal-fired plant out of business. It's cheap natural gas.
This is an economic issue. It's not a regulatory issue.
Natural gas is an increasing competitor. The fracking revolution has made gas more abundant and lower cost, and so they have to compete.
There's also a vast restructuring of the energy industry, thanks to solar, wind, and geothermal power. Yes, worries about air pollution and climate change definitely shaped the playing field. Castle Gate was demolished partly because it couldn't adapt to new clean air rules. And IPP?
This power plant is out of customers in 2027 exactly because of an environmental policy.
It's California's doing. That state buys nearly all of IPP's electricity, but California lawmakers voted to ban coal-fired electricity. After 2027, IPP's coal plants might be worthless.
New customers would have to be identified who are interested in purchasing that power.
But if natural gas is cleaner and cheaper, would any utility buy coal power from IPP?
From this vantage point, no, it doesn't seem likely.
Such trends explain why Utah coal supporters pin their long-term hopes on selling to other countries.
And they want a higher standard of living. They want our lifestyle. And so coal use is growing worldwide.
Even that premise is under fire, though. Many countries, even China, worry more than the U.S. about coal's role in warming the climate.
It's taking a much higher level of importance in those countries. So it's kind of, again, from this vantage point, it's difficult to see even another country rescuing the coal industry.
As for jobs in Utah, solar and wind power now put more than twice as many people to work as coal mines. John Hollenhorst on the road to understanding near Delta.
John, thank you. The Intermountain Power Agency is expected to decide in the next few months whether to scrap IPP's coal-fired generators a decade from now when California's contracts expire. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, well